Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Health Universe channel. It's so good to have you here today. We're going to talk about something fundamental to living a long, joyful, and fully independent life: the strength and stability of your legs. I know for so many people, as the years go by, the simple act of moving can become a source of anxiety. Maybe you've started noticing that unsteadiness when you step onto an uneven sidewalk, or perhaps you feel a nagging, pervasive weakness in your thighs when you try to get out of a chair. The fear of falling, that sudden, brief moment of lost control, can be truly debilitating, causing people to restrict their movements and avoid activities they once loved. It's not just about a loss of muscle mass, although that is a big part of it. It's about a loss of confidence and independence. When your legs feel weak, your world shrinks because every venture outside, every climb up the stairs, feels like a risk. This decline is real, it's widespread, and it significantly impacts the quality of life for millions of seniors. But what if I told you that there is one single, powerful nutrient, a vitamin, that has been scientifically proven time and again to be a foundational element in improving leg strength, enhancing mobility, and dramatically reducing the risk of falls in older adults? It's not a secret drug or a complex prescription, it's something your body is designed to use, but often doesn't get enough of. The vitamin we need to talk about today is vitamin D. Yes, the sunshine vitamin. While vitamin D is famous for building strong bones, its role in muscle health is equally, if not more, critical for maintaining mobility as you age. The science is incredibly compelling, showing that correcting a vitamin D deficiency can lead to measurable, functional improvements in muscle strength and gait, often quite rapidly. So, how exactly does this simple vitamin turn into leg power? The secret lies in the fact that your skeletal muscle tissue, the muscles in your legs, actually has vitamin D receptors on its cells. Think of these receptors as little docking stations. When vitamin D docks onto these receptors, it sends a powerful signal to the muscle cell's nucleus, essentially turning on the machinery for muscle protein synthesis, repair and growth, and promoting muscle cell health. It directly affects the quality of the muscle fiber, not just the size. But it does more than just repair. Vitamin D is absolutely essential for the absorption of calcium. While calcium is primarily known for bones, it is the key signal that tells your muscle fibers to contract. A robust, responsive muscle contraction is what gives you that quick power to push off the ground when you walk, or that stability to catch yourself when you trip. When your vitamin D levels are low, this communication is sluggish, leading to muscles that are weak, slow to react, and generally unresponsive, the exact feeling of instability and fatigue so many seniors experience. By ensuring adequate vitamin D levels, you restore that powerful, clear communication between your brain and your leg muscles, leading to greater functional strength and agility. The evidence is clear. Studies show that older adults with low vitamin D levels have significantly weaker muscles and a higher risk of falling. Conversely, clinical trials have demonstrated that supplementation can improve lower body strength and reduce the risk of falls by as much as 17%. This isn't just about laboratory numbers, it's about real-world mobility. Let me introduce you to some incredible individuals who discovered the power of this single vitamin. First, meet David, who is 76, living in Kyoto, Kyoto Prefecture, Japan. David spent his retirement exploring the city's beautiful temples and gardens, but he began to struggle with the uneven stone paths and the many steps. He felt unsteady, and his gait had become slow and shuffling. His doctor identified a very low vitamin D level, common in people who cover up from the sun or spend a lot of time indoors. "I didn't think a vitamin could do anything for my legs," David admitted, in his very gentle manner. "I started taking a daily supplement as prescribed, and the difference I felt was in my balance. Before, I had to watch every step, my feet felt heavy, like I was dragging them. After about 6 weeks of consistent supplementation, I noticed my steps were lighter, my gait felt more natural, and I wasn't swaying when I stopped suddenly. It felt like my legs had their own internal stability system turned back on. Now I walk through the bamboo forests without a second thought. It truly restored my confidence in every single step." David's experience perfectly illustrates the improvement in neuromuscular function, the quick, responsive communication that vitamin D facilitates. Next, let's talk about Estelle, 72, who lives in Dublin, County Dublin, Ireland. Estelle was struggling badly with the steps to her favorite local pub and bookstore. She had to climb 3 flights to her apartment, and by the time she reached her door, she was exhausted and her thigh muscles were burning. She was suffering from severe muscle fatigue and weakness. Her doctor recommended a higher dose of vitamin D, along with dietary sources. Climbing the stairs felt like scaling a mountain, Estelle recalled, with a lively sigh. I always had to stop and rest, and the burning in my legs was terrible. After about a month of getting my vitamin D levels up, I noticed the change wasn't sudden strength, but endurance. My legs didn't fatigue as quickly. I was able to walk up 2 flights without stopping, and by the end of 2 months, I was making it all the way up without having to clutch the railing or stop to catch my breath. The vitamin helped my muscles work longer and harder before they gave out. It gave me my independence back, plain and simple. Estelle's story shows the profound effect of vitamin D in improving the functional capacity of leg muscles for sustained effort. Finally, let's hear from Ben, 65, who recently moved to Austin, Texas, USA. Ben was still quite active, but he was constantly plagued by muscle stiffness and soreness after even light activities like gardening or a short bike ride. He felt like his recovery was taking longer and longer, leaving his legs feeling constantly sluggish. He was diligent about sun exposure, but his doctor discovered his absorption was poor, and he still needed supplementation. I thought I was just getting old and sore, Ben chuckled. I would ride my bike for 30 minutes, and the next day my quads would ache and feel tight. It made me want to skip the next ride. When I started taking the vitamin D, I noticed the change in my recovery. The soreness was much less intense, and it didn't last as long. My legs felt looser, more ready to go the next morning. My overall energy felt higher, too. It's not just that I got stronger, it's that my body repaired itself faster, allowing me to stay consistently active without feeling constantly broken down. Ben's testimonial highlights the vitamin's role in the repair process and its link to reduced inflammation, leading to quicker recovery and sustained activity. Practical tips: getting your mobility vitamin. So, the evidence is clear, vitamin D is an absolute game changer for leg strength and mobility in seniors. But how do you make sure you get enough? This is tricky because, unlike many vitamins, it's difficult to get sufficient amounts through diet alone. Tip 1. The sunshine source: use caution. Our bodies make vitamin D when our skin is exposed to UVB rays from the sun. If you live in a sunny climate and are able, aim for 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight on your arms and legs a few times a week, ideally outside the peak hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Crucially, remember that older skin synthesizes vitamin D less efficiently, and sunscreens block the production completely, so always speak with your doctor about safe exposure limits based on your skin type and health history. Tip 2. Targeted food sources: the dietary boost. While not a complete solution, you can support your intake through food. Look for fatty fish: salmon, mackerel, and sardines are naturally rich in vitamin D. Fortified foods: milk, plant milks, almond, soy, orange juice, and breakfast cereals are often fortified with vitamin D. Egg yolks: as discussed, they are a great source. Tip 3. Supplementation: the necessary step. For most seniors, especially those living at higher latitudes or spending a lot of time indoors, supplementation is necessary. Consult your doctor, this is essential. Ask your physician to check your serum 25-OH/D level. Your doctor will be able to tell you exactly how much to take. Common dosage: while the recommended dietary allowance, RDA, is 600 to 800 IU per day, many healthcare providers recommend a higher dose of 1,000 to 2,000 IU, international units, per day for older adults to maintain optimal blood levels that support muscle function. Take with food: vitamin D is fat-soluble, so taking your supplement with a meal or snack that contains fat, like that handful of almonds, a yogurt, or a piece of salmon, significantly improves its absorption. Remember, your health and independence are deeply interconnected with the simple yet profound presence of this one vitamin. By being intentional about your vitamin D intake, you are actively supporting the fundamental signals your leg muscles need to contract powerfully, recover quickly, and maintain the stability that keeps you confidently moving through the world. Don't let the fear of unsteady legs hold you back. Talk to your doctor, prioritize your vitamin D, and start noticing the difference in your stability and endurance in the weeks to come. You have the power to step into a more confident future. I want to hear about your experience. If you've struggled with vitamin D or have noticed improvements after correcting a deficiency, please share your story in the comments below. Your insights could be the encouragement someone else needs to seek help. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Health Universe channel, and hit that notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and here's to strong legs and a full life.